Add polynomials. Elise is a neuropsychology researcher determining the effectiveness of using NIRS in determining Parkinson's disease progression. Elise is using the equation in her research. Simplify this equation for Elise. And so, in order to do this, let's go back over some things here. A polynomial are equations with many different variables. We add polynomials by combining the same variables and we're going to keep the like variable when adding. So let's go back to our problem so we can see what this all really means. So we have our equation, and we're going to add this numbers that have the same variable. And so what we mean by same variable, we see we have an x to the third power and x to the third power there. Here we see an x and no more x's. We see this by itself, just x squared, and then we have a 2 and a 1 we will add. So in order to do this, we're going to add 4x to the third minus 3x to the third. Then we're going to add just plus 3x because there's nothing there, plus 10x squared, plus 2 minus 1. So when we add these together, we look at just the number in front of the variable. So 4 minus 3 is equal to 1x to the third. Then we can keep this because we can't add these together. So we can actually put it in order of descending order on exponents. So we have 10x squared plus 3x, and then we have 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. So this is our simplified version for this equation. So let's look at another example here. Tim is a neuropsychology researcher determining the effectiveness of using MEG in determining the traumatic brain injury response to stimuli-based treatment. Tim is using this equation in his research. Simplify this equation for Tim. And so you can see in this equation we have two variables behind the numbers. So we have C and D. And just like before, we're going to add like terms together. So let us look for like terms. We have a like term here with this one. Then C squared D, we have one here and one here. And then 2CD, 3CD. So now we can go ahead and start writing this out of how we're going to add these together. So we have 2CD to the third minus CD to the third. We'll put that in parentheses, and then we're going to go plus, I'm going to go minus C squared D, can't forget that negative sign, plus 3C squared D plus 2CD plus 3CD. And so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add all these terms. So we look at just the number in front. And so even though there isn't a number, we can insert the 1 there. So 2 minus 1 is 1CD to the third. And then we're going to add this together. So we have minus 1 plus 3, which is equal to plus 2C squared D. And then we're going to add these numbers together. So it equals 2 plus 3 is 5CD. And this is our solution. So remember, when adding polynomials, combine like terms and add the numbers in front of the like terms. Remember, to actually solve this equation, you would need to know what numbers needed to substitute in for each variable. Instead, we're just going to simplify the equation to make it easier to solve in the future.